Nope, I'm ready to go, man. Let's do this. Do it to it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rich Dickman Show. The show where being slightly better than mediocre can make you a Rich Dickman. I am your guest host once again. I am Rem. It is episode 10 with me, as always, just coming back from the border. I assume you just got your kids back. Huell, what is up?
What's happening, baby?
Yeah, so I'm guessing since you're an illegal immigrant of some sort, you had to retrieve your kids. How'd that go?
My kids are too smart to get caught in the first place, so no problemo there.
Hey, have you seen this video of the woman who got eaten by the snake in like the Philippines or whatever? And then they cut.
You fucking sent it to me, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch that, man.
I didn't send that to you. I didn't send it to anybody.
Somebody sent it to me.
Yeah, it wasn't
Twitter.
me, because that's horrifying. My wife and my daughter had actually told me about this story. They said, "Hey, did you hear about that lady who got eaten by the snake?" And I'm like, "No." And they said, or my son or somebody, a 23-foot python ate this woman, probably in the Philippines. I hope she wasn't filming a Primitive Life video. Jesus Christ! But ate her whole.
Primitive Life snuff film.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? Holy shit. But the snake ate this woman whole, and that was terrible as it was. And stupid me, I asked, "Oh, did she survive?" And they're like, "No, she fucking died." So I'm browsing Twitter one day, and you'll have to commend me here, because I've been very good about not being on Twitter too much this week. Anyways, I'm browsing through Twitter and I see this video of this animal being cut open and this weird purple thing inside of it. And then the caption of the video is like, "This shit is crazy AF." And they're cutting through this snake, and this woman's body starts coming out of the snake, and it's the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. My God.
Why did you watch it? Why?
I stopped. Before they pulled her out of the snake, I stopped, and I was like, I you know what? I even reported the video for sensitive content. I got no shame.
Oh man. So I didn't watch the thing. I just can't. I can't.
Good. Don't watch it. Audience, don't watch it either. It's terrible.
And just the thought of it. So number one, that's got to be like the most fucked up way to go, because I feel like that takes like a really long time. Like for a snake to get from like your feet up to your head, like what is that? That's got to be like a half day, maybe a whole day.
I imagine the python squeezes the life out of you before it eats you. But yeah, if you are barely alive at that point, that's terrible.
Oh, God. And then number two, like if the lady's obviously gone on to meet her glory, like why didn't you just leave her in there, man? Like just kill the snake, but just bury them both together. You know what I mean? Join for eternity. Like who? And why would you film it? Like why would you video it? Why would you do such a thing?
I get them cutting her out of the snake because that's the culture that parades around the dead body and celebrates death. Okay. Which is cool. I wish we could celebrate death better in this country. Not that way, but I've been in a better way. But they either in one of those cultures I've seen that they let the body stay in the house for another week, laying in bed.
Leave it in the snake. Just leave it in there, man. It's like like a bag, leave it in there. Yeah. I assume it looks like a lady. I mean, I assume it's like a snake head and then a lady shape and then a little tail. You know what I mean? So I think you get the gist that there's a lady in there.
But my whole thought is the snake got that far. That's a pretty badass snake. Maybe you should just let it have the meal, right? Because it worked hard for that fucking meal.
Just
why not?
It's nasty, man. That's nasty.
A fucked up way to go. It's terrible.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. I'm sorry for bringing everybody down, but this is episode 10. We're bringing out all the stops here. Big guns for ratings pop.
That's gross. That's gross.
Yeah. So I imagine if one of our Primitive Life guys got eaten by a snake, they'd have to film that, right?
I would imagine how it would go down is that because they leave it's like a fixed camera setup. So I assume he'd just be minding his own business. And that surprises me on those Primitive Life videos that you don't see more wildlife. Like he's got his chickens. You know what I bet? I bet this is just like in some guy's backyard and they use creative camera angles to make it look like he's in the middle of a jungle.
It's a beautiful backyard, but you're absolutely right. We've seen chickens, we've seen fish, we've seen crabs, and that's about it. Like, you don't even see bugs when dude's picking grass out of his garden.
I mean, the guys at least one of those guys is in Vietnam someplace. I mean, that place has got to be full of fucking some kind of jungle animal. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what lives in
like jaguars or snakes or some shit.
Something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some kind of animal running around screaming and fucking and pooping and doing animal shit. And maybe it's staged. Maybe they've sucked us in, Rem. Maybe they're fucking with us.
See, and that's why we need to contact Primitive Skills. Okay? Because now, and that's guy who's primitive at Primitive Tech 1 or whatever it is. It's on my Twitter. It's Vietnamese primitive guy. Okay.
We plug his show every week.
Yes.
We've reached out to him on Twitter multiple times.
Yes.
I told him in all caps, begging him, tell me how to love you.
Yes.
And he just radio silence, man.
Yeah. My guess is we need to use Google Translate and send that shit in Vietnamese.
Oh, I'm going to Google Translate, tell me how to love you. And I'm going to tweet that to him.
Yeah. And I was going to do the same thing. I wanted to run it by you first.
Yeah.
But yeah, Primitive Skills is on Twitter. Primitive Skills has been a content machine the last 2 weeks. He's put out like 6 or 7 videos.
Yeah.
Fixing the drainage.
Fixed his fucked up lake.
Yeah. He made a whole new fish pond that I'm like begging for him to fill, and I want to see fish in this thing.
Yeah.
But he molded the sides with clay. It's been fucking amazing. The guy is cultivating wheat and rice.
Yeah. I saw that one. I saw, agriculture.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tubby Primitive Life guy with his goddamn rock band gazebo is just laying around fucking eating taro root and shit. Just
Dude,
did you see
anything. Did you see that video he put out, Tubby Primitive Life guy, where it was just like a day in the life of Tubby Primitive Life, and it was just like a montage of him fucking lying around and making some of that weird yam soup and
lying
just
around
fucking
again,
chilling and looking at his fish pond and just like a lot of relaxing. Like Tubby Primitive Life has stopped working hard. I feel like
he's reached the point where he's going to invent himself a computer and start tweeting at crazy shit.
I wish he would. Then maybe he'd come on our show. But
that's right.
Like, do you know this because you're a homeowner. Like, I feel like Tubby Primitive Life guy has gotten to the point where he's like, you and your wife on the weekends, and she's like, I want to go to Home Depot and I want to put up a trellis on the side of the house or whatever the fuck your wife wants to do. And you got to go to Home Depot and get all the shit for it. Then you come back and then you do really like a half-ass job and then you got to hire somebody to do it. Like, I feel like that's where Tubby Primitive Life is that he's got everything that he needs. And now sometimes he just gets bored and he's like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to build a retaining wall over there. Or I think I'm going to build like a fucking chicken inseminating machine over there.
I'm going to make some more bricks just in case.
Yeah, I'm going to make a wood-fired pizza oven over there in case I have a party and it'd be fun for everybody. And, he's real chill. I feel like he's going to make booze pretty soon. Like he's going to ferment something.
And if he doesn't make booze pretty soon, he's going to take your idea and get that lady to have a kid with.
Yeah.
And pop one of those things. Yeah. Build himself a bamboo hospital or some shit.
Yeah. I would watch that. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would watch it.
You have to, right? You have no choice but to watch his bamboo sonogram and his bamboo delivery forceps, right?
Full on money shot with the head popping out.
And then she poops herself.